I'm Ashley Storrie, you're listening to BBC Radio Scotland, and tonight we're talking work. We want to hear about your 9 to 5s.
Hey, yo, Teddy.
Yo.
I ran into that young lady Maria last night.
Word.
Must have been her husband's payday. Because she bought me this here brand new diamond link that you see me with on. You know what I'm saying? You know why?
Why can't you?
Because I get the job done.
I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. Baby, I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. Baby.
The question at hand is how do I love thee? I'll count the ways where girls don't shove me. One by one you can come and caress me, undress and molest me, but you can't possess me. Because I love a young lady that's beautiful, but one that's smart for me is more suitable. In other words, to make it simple and plain, you gotta have a brain in order to be Miss Kane. But in the case of not becoming my lady, I take 'em 8 to 80, dumb, crippled, and crazy. Crisp and clean with no caffeine and a pair of spandex or either tight jeans. Preferably the ones with the Chinese cuts, but I'll take 'em with the weave hanging down to their butts. And if you step up in a large sum, like Martin Luther King, I should overcome. I get the job done.
I'll work.
I get the job done.
I'll work. Baby,
I get the job done.
I'll work.
I get the job done.
I'll work. Baby.
Some of your ladies make moves too quick and settle down without having a large pick. Rushed into becoming some poopa's wife, and no longer do you enjoy the married life. Well, I'll let you know this is a brand new year, so never fear. The big daddy is here to do things in places your husband wouldn't, and do certain things he probably just couldn't. Let me sneak into your life like a thief in the night. Lick your body all over and squeeze you real tight. Nibble all over your ear and give your back a massage. You'll say, ooh, I like it just like the barge. Smooth and mild, I'll make you smile, honey child, and hit the lights and get buck wild. And when I turn them back on, you'll have to say like Calgon, please take me away. So when your main course is doing nothing for you, just look at me as a tasty side order that came into your life and brought a thrill. Cause any husband who won't, I'm a neighbor who will. Get the job done.
I'll work.
I get the job done.
I'll work. Baby,
I get the job done.
I'll work.
I get the job done. TR, take it to the bridge.
I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. Baby, I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. Baby.
Here's a perfect description of me. 6'1" and dark and lovely. And if the saying black is beautiful, it's true, not phony. I'm browner than Bobby, so won't you be my tenderoni? And get a whip for this nymphomaniac and up-to-date Mac that's ready to attack. And prove that I'm a pro and far from a rookie. Ain't no hair on my chest, but I'm one tough cookie. Whoever said you had to be 100% masculine in order to be in? I'd rather be more subtle and smooth and soothe. Girl, you won't disapprove. And I'll promise that you'll never forget me. Now what's the title to fit me? A champ like Tyson, a captain like Kurt. No, employee of the month, cause yo, I do work. The K-A-N-E is on the J-O-B, an expert. Cause I get a D-O-N-E. So lights, camera, action, all hail the one that gets the job done.
I'll work.
I get the job done.
I'll work. Baby,
I get the job done.
I'll work.
I get the job done.
I'll work. Baby,
I get it done.
I'll work. I'll work. I'll work. Baby, I'll work. I'll
9-to-5. You're listening to BBC Radio Scotland. I'm Ashley Storrie, live from Pacific Quay, joined as always by sidekick Silent Paul. Hello, Silent Paul. How are you this week?
I'm all right.
We're talking jobs, we're talking work, we're talking job interviews. And the reason we're talking about this, Paul, is because there's a big job up for grabs right now.
There's a big opening.
There's a big space on Radio 2. Who's left? Tell us that first. Who's leaving?
The great Ken Bruce is leaving Radio 2 after many years and success with Popmaster.
Yes.
But maybe that leaves a gap for another, maybe they need to fill that Scottish quota. I've heard them talk about, Scott Mills.
Yes, but
Gary Davies. I mean, come on
now. You need to have a regional voice. And what's more regional than me and Paul's nasally West Coast drawl? Get us on to replace the Popmaster.
Listen, we just need to start looking at your skills. So I've been looking at the CV. If we're putting in for this, we're obviously going to have to polish them up and sharpen them up. So, I mean, what do you think are your skills and talents that we can bring to the national radio station, the biggest radio station in Britain?
Skill number one, I can make a very authentic antique horn noise.
Yep. That can be for any replacement quiz. That's the noise. We bring our own sound effects. I used to be silent.
Yes, now you talk.
And now I talk. Learns new skills.
New skills, adaptable. But we want to hear about your skills and your talents. Get in touch via text 80295. Let us know what's your big thing, the thing you can whip out during an interview and be like, this is my skill, this is my move. We want to know about that. Also, what's the worst job interviews you've been to, Paul? Have you been to many a job interview?
I'm all right. I hate job interviews, and then I had a long period of time where I didn't do a job interview.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm talking I would say 25 years I'd never really had a job interview. So then the first time I had to go and get one just last year.
Oh no, it was bad.
It was horrific.
Yeah, no, it was bad because you weren't practiced in it.
No.
And also, I will say there is a difference between normal job interviews, having done lots of normal jobs, and entertainment industry-based job interviews. Very different vibes. I hate the questions they ask you in an interview, like, what's your biggest weakness? Because I'm going to answer honestly, and that's that I like to sleep and don't like to work. So.
I hate the question when they always ask you, tell us a time when something went wrong or you did something wrong, and you've got to turn it into, I did this but recognised that I did it wrong and then made a positive contribution at the back end of it. And I'm like, I'm not telling you
the mistakes
I've done
made.
it wrong, because that probably includes
bad things.
Yeah.
No, it's worse. It's awful. Get in touch
you
with your
make
text.
up a lie.
Yeah.
It's just who's the best liar.
You're
gets
putting
the
on,
job.
you're catfishing employers. It's essentially like you're just making up a fake persona so that you can get these people to hire you, so that then it's too late once you've signed contracts and you're stuck. They're stuck with you. Get in touch via text 80295. Let us know your job interview nightmares. Let us know. What else can they let us know, Paul? We're talking work. We're talking jobs. We've got job interviews.
Job interviews.
Your dream job.
Your dream job. Anything job related. Get in touch.
Or if you just want to tell us what you're up to, we'd like to hear from you. Now, Finlay has already been in touch.
Not even just what you're up to now. What have you been doing the whole week?
Yeah.
I think this should be a new thing that we bring in.
What have you been doing this week?
What have you been doing this
Paul,
week?
what have you been doing this week?
Working.
Do you want to ask me?
What have you been doing this week?
Working. We've got a message from Finlay. Evening, Ashley and Silent Paul. 'Tis Finlay. The first job interview I had did not end in success. I was so nervous when I came out of the lift following the interviewer. I got too close, stepped on her heel, causing her to step out of her shoe. I have since learnt basic social skills. As an interviewer, a couple stick out. I met an interviewee who wore a mustard three-piece suit with a mustard shirt, a mustard tie, and a pair of yellow specs. That sounds like they were going to a Cardinal Mustard in the Dijon 5 gig. I wonder if they were. As I walked him through to the interview room, the whole office ground to a stop and stared. The most awkward was a gentleman started chewing his jaw as he answered my questions. After a while, the top set of his dentures slipped down. They ensured they did not fall out by ramming them back in with his hand. He then sat with a hand covered in saliva. I asked him if he needed to use the bathroom, but no. At the end of the interview, he thrust towards me and shook my hand.
Come on, Finlay. You shouldn't have acknowledged that. He probably was like, please don't have noticed that. And by you saying, do you need the bathroom? He's like, they noticed that.
Okay, so just quickly, this is nothing really to do with work, but as somebody who struggles socially, if something like that happens, is it not better if somebody just says something out of the straight off the bat?
No, if it's just a bit of slabber on a hand,
Okay.
you can ignore that.
I couldn't. I'd need to say something. I couldn't ignore it. I'd need to. It's making me anxious thinking that I can't say something.
And would you hire them?
Probably out of guilt. I'd probably end up, if I was having to hire people, it would just be people that I felt guilty.
The chap with the mustard suit,
Uh-huh.
shirt, tie, the whole shebang.
He's making an impact.
Yeah, 100%. That takes big energy.
Yes, it takes very big energy. Now, when I worked at a call centre, I was going through this phase where I dressed like a cave woman, where I wore like faux fur skirts and boots and tops, and I fully looked like a chubby Raquel cave woman. And I used to go to my call centre dressed like this with my hair back combed. So I did definitely look like I had been dragged through time. And I thought I looked great. And I thought,
Wouldn't that be the worst sequel to California Man ever?
Encino Man.
Yeah.
It was just me.
I like how you
Scarabray
gave it
woman.
its American name.
Scarabray woman.
Yeah.
The name of it.
Found in a block of ice, immediately has to go work in a call centre.
Selling wealth management to the rich. Anyway, get in touch with me via text 80295 or you can email us. What's the email, Paul?
It's Ashley Story Show at bbc.co.uk.
Is there a segue to the next song?
Yeah, so if anybody's out there and we're going to be sending our prospective CVs to Radio 2, please take on me.
Aha!